Casey, it's National Foster Care Month, and we've been talking with COBYS Family Services, and a couple that talked with COBYS Family Services at one time is Ryan and Sarah Rutt, who we are greatly honored to be joined by here today. They are adoptive parents. They have 2 biological children and 2 adopted daughters. And first of all, welcome, Ryan and Sarah.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
It's great to have you here. First question, why did you decide to adopt?
We were talking to a friend one time just at a gathering that we hosted at our house, and she was in the process of training to be a respite parent for foster care. And she just gave us the challenge that in the Bible, when we talk about caring, when God talks about caring for widows and orphans, it's really a command and not a suggestion. And so that conversation stuck with me, and I started talking to Ryan about that, like what would that look like in our life, care for people who are at risk. So we started talking about foster care. That was how it started.
So I'm sure everything is not just a bowl of cherries. There's joys, but there's challenges too. How is life with your daughters?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a hard journey, but it's a very worthwhile journey. Like Sarah said, we viewed this as sort of a calling. Getting into it, you're exposing yourself to a lot of potential pain, potential hurt. But the point of foster care isn't necessarily just our own happiness. The point is to help out people in our community who are maybe in a disadvantaged situation or maybe in unsafe situations. Yeah, currently life, the way we have our life now, like with our daughters who are adopted now, yeah, I mean, we wouldn't trade it for the world.
You know, one thing that we've realized is that it is really a lifelong journey. And so even though we're through the adoption process and all of the initial challenges, we recognize that our daughters have a core loss in their life. And so it is a lifelong commitment. But again, like Ryan said, it's totally worth it. And we feel very privileged that we're given the gift of walking them through that.
Well, I think you're answering the question, why should people consider fostering and adoption, because it sounds like it's really paying off for you guys. So I guess my last question would be, what should people know about foster care and adoption? Are there misconceptions that maybe you could clear up?
Maybe not misconceptions. It's just certain things I've heard through the years that I like to gently push back on. One common thing we'll hear, and again, it's said in a kind-hearted way, but some people will say like, oh, wow, you do foster care. I could never do that. It's not like we're not superheroes by any stretch. And I'm thankful we never had to walk through a situation where we actually had to, quote, lose a child, or a child was reunified, but we were prepared for that. It's hard for everyone who does it, but it's also, I think, very rewarding on the other hand. But it's a journey, and I would just tell anybody, no matter where you are, if you think like there's no way I could ever do it, I would just say, well, no, at least consider it for a day. And if you've been considering it, I would just say, go to an informational session. That's what we did. We went to a COBYS informational session and just wanted to hear about it. And in that journey, you find community. You find others who are thinking a little bit like you, and you find encouragement. And I think that's one thing that is really cool about COBYS is they have that. They have support themselves, but they also create a community, and you find connection in that. And I think that's really awesome.
Go to COBYS, which is COBYS.org/fostering. Ryan and Sarah, you have a beautiful family. We have a picture here in the studio.
Lovely.
They sent over to us, and I'm glad things are working out for you guys. And really, you're an inspiration to anybody that might be considering fostering or adopting. So thank you for taking a few minutes out to talk to us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.